I went through my unemployment, and it got tight. I was in line at the food pantry. I'd be in a suit and tie out interviewing for jobs, and then I'd go to the food pantry, and they're like, "What are you doing here in a suit and tie?" I'm like, "I'm hungry. I need food," right? But I'm still trying to get a job, So this went on for about 6 months. I started getting way behind on my mortgage payment. And then my dad came down. He lives in Northeast Oklahoma. He came down to visit, probably over Thanksgiving, I'm guessing, Christmas, somewhere around there. But he brought me a sewing machine. And he's like, "Hey, I brought you a sewing machine. You can," because he knew I was out of job for like 6 months. He's like, "You can always do upholstery." Man, I ran from upholstery my whole life. I don't want to do no upholstery. Like, I'm a white collar guy. I'm not going to do that blue collar, not going to do that. Anyway, so I was like, "Yeah, thanks, Dad." But on the inside, I was like, "But no thanks," But I took the machine and I kept doing cold calls, kept trying to open this mortgage company, and just with no luck. And after several weeks of having that sewing machine sitting in the floor and getting no loans, I finally decided, you know what can it hurt, right? I'm gonna dedicate the morning to getting mortgage loans, and then when I'm fresh and I'm most productive, and then the afternoon I'll try to find upholstery work. I don't even know how. I started hanging like flyers up on the cork boards at bathrooms at gas stations and stuff like that. And man, it wasn't long at all, and I had pages of possible upholstery leads. So as they say, in the Bible, the writing was on the wall. So I opened an upholstery company. And if you think about it, man, I still own that upholstery company today. That's how I make my living. So if you think about it, I went to prison and I learned how to sew, and that's what I do for a living today. So, wow, God really did have a plan. Wow. I didn't even know how to spell upholstery. I had to actually look it up to do the name certificate through the county. But I didn't know how to do it. I just started dragging stuff home, kind of like I did in prison, taking stuff apart and figuring out how to put it back together. And I started, for whatever reason,